Howdy folks, Max Caveman here, bringing you to a journey to the 2024 World Championship bonus episode. This is a deck list and prize pack opening today. So this is the deck list that I got for the for one of the February Cups, the one where I got top 4 at Rockingham. So let's just have a quick look at this, shall we? So basically, I've been playing Golden Go for a while now, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. This just happens to be my list for it, so let's go. Well, this is my current list for the event. So starting off with, we have 4 continuous coin toss gimme goals. Now, I know this isn't the best one. I should change it to the call for family. I just quite like having the continuous coin toss always available. Then we have the 4 golden goes. I do play min rarity, so I always go for the lowest rarity possible, with the exception of reverse hollows. So I got 4/4 line of Gimme Golden Go. Then I had a 1/1 Palkia V-Star lineup in the deck. This is very good for this card, Radiant Greninja. The idea is that you draw a whole bunch of cards with the Greninja, pitch in water energies, and then get all the water energies back onto the Radiant Greninja with the Palkia V-Star, and then you are drawing, obviously, 2 cards with the Greninja, and you're drawing at least, on average, I tend to draw 5 additional cards every turn, thanks to the combination of Greninja and the Golden Go. Now, a card that is unique to my list, I feel, is the Bombardier EX. Since this is a primarily going first deck for me, having the Bombardier to fast carrier out a bunch of Pokemon just seems good. It didn't come up as much as I would have hoped, but in the situations where it does come up, it does mean that you can fully fill your field at any time. And we have 1 copy of Manaphy to round out the Pokemon for the deck. Now, to make use of the Pokemon in here, I am running. We recently had a player that did well at the Dortmund Regional Championships playing Golden Go. I do run more energies in total. I'm running 12 at the moment. I was running 14. Having at least 12 feels good for me to consistently see it. At certain points of the game, I do run out of the retrievals, so having that extra little bit has helped. So moving on to the stadiums, I run a 3/1 line of Pokestop and then a Collapse Stadium. The biggest issue with this deck is Path to the Peak. So you need to have the outs for the path, and that's where the Pokestop comes in, primarily to just ideally, you are pulling a lot of trainer cards off the top deck, and the Collapse Stadium just helps out potentially dealing with some of the cards on your opponent's board. Moving on to the item cards, we have a lineup of 4 Superior Energy Retrievals, as well as 4 Earthen Vessels. These are my ways of getting the energy into my hand. Probably not enough. I don't run energy retrievals, but these are what are working for me. So we have a couple of one-offs here. We've got a Palpad and a Cancelling Cologne. Palpad is just perfect to get any of the ideal supporters back, and then the Cancelling Cologne is mainly in the deck for Manaphy. The Manaphy preventing damage dealt to the by the Greninja. You just kind of need the Cancelling Cologne to get around that. Now here we have our searches. I have a 1 of Hisuian Heavy Ball, a 1 Nest Ball, and 2 Great Ball. This is probably a bit too light. I did change back to this list temporarily to do this video, but I did change the Power Pad and the Bombardier to Battle VIPs for a challenge. So I don't know, maybe a 4 of Battle VIP, while it's still legal, should be ideal, but who knows? There's not many big events until rotation, so I gotta think of rotation more what I want to be used to playing. Moving on, we have 2 Switch, probably a little bit too short on those. Most of the time, the Pokemon leaves the active when it gets knocked out, and I should be far enough ahead in draw power by that stage to just take all the knockouts consistently. Now a 2 of Super Rod. This is mainly for the Gimmighoulls and Golden Goes, and maybe whatever Mons have been taken out at the time. Very rarely I will put back energy. So moving on to my 3 tool cards here. I have a Vitality Band. Vitality Band is perfect for the Chen-Pao matchup because this adds an additional 10 damage before weakness. It means that the Golden Goat only needs 2 energies instead of the 3 that would normally need, just because it has the Chen-Pao has the 220 health. It also works against works great against the stage 2 EXs that have the 310 health, so that has come up for me. Next up is the XP Share. This is a fantastic card to, depending on the setup that I currently have, it's usually attached to a Gimmighoul or Golden Go, so that I don't need to overcommit that extra energy, because sometimes having your active knocked out throws off the math for how many cards you can get back, because you forget that you still needed to attach that 1 card. Now we have a fantastic card here, the Technical Machine Devolution. This is primarily for the Charizard matchup or any candy-based evolution decks. I have faced off against a Serena deck with Vanilla X. I can't remember which one it's called now. And hitting Gardevoir sometimes, but it mostly comes up in the Darkside matchup. So that's it for the tool cards. So let's move on to the supporters. So I run a 2 of Worker. This is another way to bump the stadium. So I have 6 stadium bumps in this list, and then drawing 3 is fantastic. I have a 1 of Silene. This is mainly to get something, maybe put the Power Pad back, put back the just whatever I need at that time. This usually helps out. I did roll double tails, so it can go against you, but primarily it's there to just get whatever you need at the time. I'm running 2 of Boss's Orders. Just simple. Get what you need into the active and deal with it. I do have a 1 of Avery. Now, Avery does help out limiting what your opponent has on the field, so that's mainly why it's there, and plus still draw 3. I have a one-off Irida. The Irida can get the Radiant Greninja, the two Palkias, or the Manaphy, and then usually I'll be getting either an Earthen Vessel or a Superior Energy Retrieval to get more energies. Let's talk about this one first. I have a one-off Professor Taro's scenario. This is just to mainly get something out of the active that I don't want being there. And it's usually like I can use Taro's scenario to pick up a heavily damaged Golden Go to then, after I use coin bonus, to then place it back down on a Gimme Ghoul that then moves into the active to then coin bonus again for another 2. So that's the kind of idea behind that. And then finally, for the deck, we have 2 Ionos. Now, this deck does have the risk of deck out. One of the strategies that I do have for this deck in the late game is to basically get all the energies back into my hand, Iono putting only energies into the deck, and so I don't deck out, but I know that every single card I'm going to draw for the rest of the game is going to be an energy, meaning I put my opponent on a hell of a clock. And that's the main idea behind this current build. I do want to change this and try out Yell's deck, the Dortmund runner-up. I'll change it basically card for card, I think, just to give that a go, but there are still, I think I want to have the Vitality Band, which I believe is not in Yell's list, so I'll find something that is interchangeable, I guess. But we did get 6 packs for our top 4 placement. Normally we would have some prize packs as well. However, the shipment with the cup prizing, including the mat for the first place for each division, and the prize packs for Series 4 haven't arrived yet, so we didn't get them on the day. We should get them when they come in, but that's kind of how it is. So let's have a look at what we got in these packs. Hopefully we do get something special. We've got Honedge, Horsey, Joltik, Natu, Durant, Technical Machine Turbo Energize. We've got a Dondozo, Wiglet, Whismur, and a Palkia. Now, there are various cards that I have looked at putting into this deck, and I am looking at post-rotation, what the deck should look like, so I will do another deck list when I do get a quite high placement, so we'll see what we get then. I've got a Nickit, Knackley, Nimble, Yamask, Technical Machine Turbo Energize, Wugtrio, Technical Machine Blindside, Wimpod, Octillery, and an Aegislash. Now it's interesting getting this Aegislash because this is one of the cards that I feel that gets put in a lot of the Golden Go decks, simply because it's another steel or metal type EX. It doesn't work the best, but I can see why some people put in there. Anyway, we've got a Blitzel, Bounce Sweep, Feebas, Apalm, Orbeetle, Cloth, Luxurious Cape, Tinglu, Jirachi, and a Lokix. Okay, we've got a Spinder, Tingatink, Tandemouse, Dwebble, Iron Bundle, Techno Radar, Countercatcher, Dotla, Apalm, and a Xatu. Now that Xatu could very well make it into a Golden Go list. However, the main thing is that it is revolving around the Psychic type. So if we got a Psychic type Golden Go in the future, then I might use that Xatu in a list. I've got a Galvantula, Mantike, Pansage, Minun, got a Cyclizar, Simisear, Crobat, Joltik, Ferrothorn, and we got a Rock. I feel like this is a very common card for me to pull. So final pack here. Okay, it's got a Whismur, Doublade, Surskit, Magby, Masquerain, Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, got a Cyclizar, Vanillish, Horsey, and a Morpeko. So, didn't get too bad of a prizes. Obviously, I don't have the price packs to see, but that's what I did. That's what happened with the top 4 placement at the Rockingham Cup. So, hopefully you enjoyed this deck list. Hopefully I get to see you again next time. But until then, have a good one, folks.